Hey everyone, welcome to Gerber Business Solutions, Small Business Spotlight. And today we have Troy Nielsen from AvidBit, and he is here to talk to us a little bit about the telecom industry and what products can maybe help the small to medium-sized businesses there. Thanks for joining us, Troy. How are you doing today?
Hey, I'm good, Emily. Thank you very much for having me. Looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're welcome. So we just want to start out with the first quick question. What is your employment background?
Yeah, you bet. So I've been in sales my whole life, but majority of what I've done is network. But I've had opportunity to move over to the telecom industry, and I've loved it ever since. So have a good understanding of networking and computers and technology.
And the way that we met was just through LinkedIn. So I got to imagine you like working with people. You seem very social and very happy to get out there. So does that kind of help in the industry that you're working in right now?
Most definitely. We've had a great time building relationships that have been just fun. I mean, honestly, everybody has a phone. Everybody needs to have a phone for business. And it's been really interesting to meet with a lot of the great business owners in the area and just let them know, that there are other options outside of just the big guys. And with those, you get a lot of flexibility. So it's been a great time just meeting and uh, getting referrals even from people that have just said, hey, I have a brother or a sister or whatever runs a business, and we just love to meet with people and consult with them and find out what they really want their phones to do.
Yeah, that's awesome. And I know you've worked in different technology and telecom type of spaces. So what made you want to choose this company, AvidBit?
Yeah, first of all, I love AvidBit. The reason that I went with AvidBit in my employment career is that they have their own platform. So we have in-house developers, we have our own support staff, we have amazing installation individuals that are just fantastic at what they do. Great culture, awesome ownership, and it's just been from day one. They've invested into me, and I love investing back into them.
Oh, that sounds like a really good environment to work in. That's awesome. So tell us a little bit more about what the telecom industry is like for those of us that maybe aren't a part of it.
Yeah, so the telecom industry is it's in this evolution. So you had back in the day, you had the older analog lines, and now you have the option of actually having what's called a VoIP or a voice over IP option, and that runs on top of your internet connection. So it's been really fun to be able to let people know that they have other options besides the old ways of doing things. And with that, it brings a lot of flexibility because we operate off of the internet. Then we can set up phone lines and phone stations pretty much anywhere you have an internet connection that will support the phone and the quality of voice. So it's it's starting to grow, and a lot of alternatives out there, and it's a great space to be in.
Well, that's really interesting with especially with COVID and the pandemic and things that have kind of hit since then. What might your maybe biggest competitor type of company be? We don't have to name names, but what type of a company out there might be the competitor for AvidBit?
Yeah, just all of your local home ones that you probably already know about.
Mhm.
Be a competitor, but we're in the what's called the VoIP space, and so anything that requires like a software subscription or a paid user subscription for a business to subscribe to in order to have phone over the internet.
Gotcha. I noticed, and we'll go to it in a minute, on the website, you have it's a regular type of phone that like a business phone, office phone, but it also seems to have a screen also for webcam. So Is that something that has kind of helped since COVID hit? A lot of companies that are interested in kind of doing things virtually, they've kind of been more interested in that type of a system.
Yeah, so every business is different, every situation is different, and the big word is depends. Depends on this, depends on that, depends on this. But ultimately, we can accommodate a lot of businesses as to what they want to do. If they want to be a hybrid model where they have some working in the office and then they have some working from home, or we can even forward their calls from their desk phones over to their cell phones. So if they have a remote user that's a representative, an account executive that's on the move and traveling, they can still receive their business calls through the business lines, and they don't have to run with two cell phones anymore. They could utilize their personal cell phones, but they can still receive business calls.
That's awesome. It sounds like a really good fit for during COVID lately.
Yeah, most definitely. It was a huge advantage to be able to adjust not only our current clients, but those that were trying to find their way through and still trying to find the way of how to navigate the pandemic, to be able to have us be able to make it easy on them and not have to worry about how they're going to accommodate and keep their doors open.
Yeah, that's great. So talking about adjusting things a little bit here and there, and especially during the pandemic, there might be something you've or AvidBit has done. But what is a struggle that you can see either for your type of business that's out there right now, or the telecom industry as a whole?
Yeah, I think a struggle as a whole for the telecom is that it still has the old mindset of putting individuals in a contract. With AvidBit, we're a month to month, and so we feel like we show up every month. You should be able to determine whether or not we're still bringing value on a monthly basis versus a 3 to 5 year type contract. And so we are seeing more and more that individuals that learn about us are happy to do business with us just because we're not a typical telecom industry provider.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of red tape and commitment that you have to put down in order to move forward with some companies.
Yeah.
So it sounds like AvidBit has overcome that. And I know that research has shown that the subscription model is actually what businesses, especially small to medium-sized businesses, are wanting these days. So great job at representing what the customer really wants.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, of course. Now we're going to go to the exciting part where you tell us a little bit more about the products that you have. Can you see my screen okay?
Yeah, it looks great.
Okay. How about I'll just scroll down and you can tell us a little bit about AvidBit and just tell us what we need to know. What's the product and how can it help small to medium-sized businesses?
Yeah, you bet. So there, we're highlighting one of our high-end Link products, and that's an IP phone that connects to our subscription services. And so from there, that phone can actually travel anywhere that you want it to by just physically picking it up, taking it somewhere and connecting it into a computer or a network of any of your choice to be able to do your business calls right from there if you wanted to. So that's where the flexibility comes in for us. And so we have hundreds of different phones that we support. So you may even have a phone already, so you may not need a phone, but you're just looking for a better service. So you can utilize us there as well. So there's a lot of versatility in that. And so as you can see, we're up to 82 features in enterprise level grade features, and continuing to develop more and more every day because of our developers being in-house. So one of the unique things about us is that we don't have a pick your plan model. We just give you every feature that you want. So if you're a 10 user or a 2 user or a 50 or 100 user, you get all of the same access to all the same features. And so you can see that we're very transparent in our pricing. And ultimately, the $20 per month per user is the best one that we offer. And as you can see, we have a pay per minute as well. But if you're with us more than a year, it just doesn't make sense for you to do the pay per minute opportunity. But we do put that out there.
Yeah, I think most people are used to the unlimited. I agree. Most people would choose the other one.
Yeah, most definitely.
No, this is really cool. The trusted partners. I always like to look and see this.
Yeah. So as you can see, those are all the top industry phone providers for the physical phones out there. And they work really well with our system, and we can get you taken care of for sure.
And I'm guessing that the promotion you want to talk about is the 14-day free trial.
Yeah, you bet. So if you are trying to figure out what you want to do for your company, and if you're in need of our services, feel free to reach out to us and we'll get you set up on a 14-day trial. And you can let us know whether or not you want to continue moving forward with us or not after that's done.
That's awesome. How can they find you? What's the best way to get a hold of you guys? I know the website is avidbit.com.
Yep, avidbit.com. And then they can call 801-618-0700. Again, that number is 801-618-0700.
Okay, and is that your number?
Yeah, that's a direct line to me. And also you can text me. So with AvidBit, you can also text off of your business lines. So feel free to shoot me a text message. Just mention, Gerber Solution Spotlight in your text message, and then I'll reach out and we can go from there.
Okay, sounds great. That's all that I have today. I did want to ask what your favorite flavor of ice cream is, though, because that's always exciting to find out.
It's not even a question. It's cookie dough, and it will always be cookie dough.
My husband is the same way, so
Yep.
that's awesome.
Can't beat it.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time today, Troy, and we will see you soon. Thanks for all you do.
Yeah, thank you, Emily. Thank you for the opportunity. We look forward to working with you and your team, hopefully in the future.
Yep. Okay. I'm stopping.